25 years ago, I tried to get into the video game industry. And when I say try to get into video game industry, I mean, I tried to learn C++ through the mail, which didn't really work. That was a catastrophe. And basically it kept me out of the video game industry for about 25 years because I just thought, man, I just don't have what it takes, I guess, to be in the video game industry. And then in early part of 2016, I was going down a YouTube rabbit hole where I came across a guy who was demoing the software that made video games without any code. And I thought, wow, here's my chance to get back into, my passion for the video game industry never left, but here's my chance. And so I dove all in on that software, and I eventually even was hired by that company to teach their software. And, after working with a few clients, I realized that if I was going to solidify my transition into the industry, I was going to need to fund and lead a team myself. And so, I set out on a quest to create a mobile game with such high quality that Apple would feature it. That was the goal, build an Apple feature. And in order to fund that endeavor, I was going to funnel all my living costs into that product. And the only way I know of to repurpose living costs is to not have any. So I devised and executed a plan of self-imposed homelessness where I lived in a vehicle, used that vehicle to run a transportation business 12 to 14 hours a day while I was working on my product, and eventually hiring a team to help me achieve that goal. And in the end, there's more to that story, but in the end, it was featured by Apple in 12 countries. And it started to solidify my transition into the industry. I didn't really know how to get myself into bigger studios. What I really wanted to do was become an entrepreneur, work with larger budgets, work with bigger teams. Transitioning out of, transportation business, I didn't have the skills to interview in corporate America or corporate Europe, as we'll probably talk about. That's where my offer eventually came from. When I attended this webinar of you explaining the doctor framework and how to approach an interview, it was like, ding. I'm like, this is who I need to partner with. This is who's going to get me over. Like, this is the woman who knows how to do this. I need to get with her. And the rest is history, as they say. What helped me the most was understanding what an interview is and what it isn't, and how to present myself during that short amount of time that you're talking with those people. That was probably the biggest thing that got me into second rounds and third rounds and fourth rounds and all those. It was how to establish myself as an authority on the type of roles that I was, trying to apply to, and also how to handle those questions in the interviews of, tell me about a time when you X, Y, Z. Oh, well, like that was usually my response until I worked with you.
How did the program help you with your confidence?
Anybody that knows me probably knows that I don't have a problem with confidence. However, I've literally got a badge in my wallet about imposter syndrome. I think I'm the captain of several squads of imposter syndrome squads. And so working with you, working with the community that you've built, working inside the framework, the program that you've built, it really helped me realize that I do know what I'm talking about. I can help these people. And, eventually I found exactly the right people that I could help. I couldn't be happier, man. I found an outstanding studio. It's one of the top studios in the world, period. And as the first US hire there, I feel a little bit of pride in that. If I keep going on all that, I'm probably going to tear up because you've changed my life, period. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do. I had an idea of how to get there, but I was still lost. I was just lost in a fog of corporate America, not knowing how to present myself, not knowing how to interview and all that. And with your help, changed my life, because now I'm going to work for exactly the kind of people I want to be working with. And it's amazing. It's one of those fairy tale endings, you could say. The actual title of my position at this studio will be Agile Mentor.